Hi guys, welcome back to Beauty by Chick. So today I'm going to do a little sit down video with you guys, and it is going to be a video about my tubal ligation. And I just want to put it out there that if you don't follow me on my family vlog channel, you should definitely go over there and check out my channel, because on there I've been sharing, it's a daily vlog channel, but I'm sharing things of all nature. We just moved, sharing stuff along that line, sharing homeschooling videos, sharing things along my daily lives. And of course, on this topic that I'm speaking on, I've been talking quite frequently over there on it about having tied my tubes. So I'm going to share a video here, and it's just going to be about my tubal ligation and just my regrets. I regret tying my tubes, and I'm going to share a little bit about the background story and where I'm at now with all of this. I'm Sarah. I am a mom of three girls, and I had my last child in 2008. Now, back then, I believe I was about 24, and I had just thought that I was done. My husband and I, we got married young, so life wasn't always easy, and he was in school, and I already had 3 children, and I had goals of my own. So at this point, I just thought, I just thought, I'm done having kids. I think this is it. And not to mention, like, just the things that I went through. I gained a lot of weight with each of my kids. I gained 100 pounds with the first, 85 with the second, and 75 with the third. So I gained a lot of pregnancy weight with them, and with that, especially being young too, it was very difficult, like just wanting to have my body back. And I just remember after the third one, I was like, I actually had the ligation done during my C-section, because I had all C-sections, and that's when I decided to just have it done, because I'm like, well, why not? I don't want to have another surgery to have it done, especially if we know that we are done. And it was more me, because my husband kept asking, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And another thing that also sat with me was because I remember when I was pregnant with my third, and my mother-in-law at the time was not at the time, she's still my mother-in-law. And don't get it twisted, because we have a great relationship, but I just remember her not being too pleased initially, and it was because her son, my husband, was in school at university, and he was wrapping up his last 2 years. I think he had 2 more years to go, and she was just concerned that he's going to have too much on his plate, because we already had 2 children, and not complete his studies. And I think that's where it all stemmed from, but it really touched home with me. It made me feel all types of way, and I just felt like if I was gonna ever have another one, it wouldn't have been anytime soon, and I would just be so anxious and nervous to have another one, given the reaction that was had. And yeah, I just think at the same time too, and being young with 4 kids at like I don't know, under the age of 20. I'm not saying they were under that age, but when I was only like 24, I think that would have been even more challenging, and I don't think it would have been smart. However, did I have to take the route of tying my tubes right away? No, I didn't, but at that point, I literally thought I was done. So I went ahead and I had my tubes tied during my last C-section, and I haven't regretted it up until this year. Being that we had 3 girls too, my husband and I always said that we would like to adopt in the future, and that's what we had planned on doing. And we were talking about adoption. The kids were aware. We were talking about just the plans too, and we were reading up on it and making calls. And in the process of all of this, then the feeling came over me that I would like to have another one. And I tried to put it out of my mind. I actually didn't tell my husband about it. I really tried to just put it out my head, because I'm like, well, I can't, because my tubes are tied. And then it just kept sticking with me and sticking with me. And it was, I endure, like, let's say last year was a little bit difficult, like the end of last year until the beginning of this year. Actually, no, it was actually this year, 2016. I would say it was earlier in the year. It was very difficult just trying to endure these feelings and trying to bounce off of them. And, you know, I felt a lot of guilt. I felt a lot of guilt because adoption is good for a child, and I knew what it could do for us. So I felt a lot of guilt that went with that. And and just, I don't know, just the idea of having surgery again, because I've had a series of surgeries. I've had 3 C-sections, and I've also had a tummy tuck to repair it was a mini tummy tuck to repair the muscle that completely opened in my last pregnancy. So I did that, and I just didn't see myself back at this stage. However, my husband and I got to the point where we both decided that a reversal was an okay thing. And if you want to know more about even just me introducing that topic to him and how it went, you should check out the videos on the Zebra Tribe, because I do have a playlist over there that shows these that talks about just how it's been going and this whole journey. It's been kind of like over the year, but so much has also gone on in between that. So definitely go over there and check out that video. But I'm now at the place where, like, I completely regret having my tubes tied, and I want to share this video because I want, like, if you're a young woman and you really are thinking of having your tubes tied, whether or not you have kids or you don't, yeah, I think you should really consider it before making the decision, because until I've been in this boat, I wasn't aware that there were so many others like myself who made this decision and regretted it. And upon reading, like, in forums and stuff, just to know how the surgery is performed and how things are going to go, I've encountered a lot of people's story and hearing them that, oh, I tied my tubes at 23, I tied my tubes at 22, I tied my tubes at 25, and because I was in this relationship and it didn't work out, or because I just had my 2 kids and I thought that I was done, or I had 3 kids, and just like so many different stories. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I felt very alone for the longest time. I thought there aren't that many of us. Like, I felt, for some reason, I just thought many of the people who tie their tubes, they're probably very firm in their decision and that's it. But when you read all of these things, you realize that there are a lot of women who made that decision and then really regret it, and they then turn to tubal reversal, which is what I'm now doing. And I'm actually going to be having my surgery in a matter of days. Yes. And I wanted to just share my experience and my journey on my channel. This is my personal channel, and it's very conflicting because I do have a family vlog channel, and it's faster growing because I do post on it daily, and it's easier to just do vlog videos. So it's been easier to grow, and so I've been kind of over there more. So I have posted on this topic. I post on all sorts of topics over there, but I'm trying to kind of implement some of it over here and bring over some of that personal stuff onto my channel, because this is just about me and my life, and I can share my journey with you guys. I think it's really neat because I know a lot of you guys are women or female too who follow me. So if you guys want to learn more about my story and you want to follow my journey, definitely continue, comment on this video and let me know. And also share this video help to share this video so others can get a hold of this message and maybe can see and understand where I'm coming from, and maybe can learn from it, to learn that maybe tying your tubes is not the best decision. I feel like there's so many different routes of contraception that are there that we don't have to maybe make such drastic decisions, because like myself, I was certain back then that the decision that I made was perfect, but here I am at 32 and I now know that it was like a big it's a big regret of mine. I really wish I hadn't done it, because then I wouldn't have to endure what I'm going through right now, and I wouldn't have to fork out the money that I have to have this surgery. Tubal reversals aren't cheap. They're not covered by OHIP, or I don't know if you're not in Canada, but they're not generally covered by insurances and covered by anything like that. So they will cost you out of pocket. And like, I feel really bad for the women who are enduring what I'm enduring, but probably won't ever be able to pay for it because it does cost a pretty penny. I just read a story about this woman who said she tied her tubes back when she was like 33. she tied her tubes back when she was 33, and now she's 39 and desperately wants to have them untied, but she's afraid that when she unties them, she's gonna be too old to conceive. And that's just so sad. It breaks my heart. And I mean, the surgery is only a step towards conceiving, because we don't know 100% that it will work, but it's just a matter of having faith and having just, yeah, hope and faith, and just trusting in God that it will all work out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you're really feeling it, and if you like the message that I'm promoting. Don't forget to share it, like, and comment down below. Much love. Bye guys.